Hi, this is Ast3rix, and welcome to Experimental Sunday. This Sunday is about future trap. So I am experimenting with different styles and different types of rhythms and different types of melodies, and so this Sunday is no different. So I kind of started this one out doing like a little bit of sample based stuff. So I was messing around with the stock packs inside of Ableton, and I ran across this sample. So it's really odd. It's not really doing anything specific, but it just kind of inspired me to start building on it. And really, it's again, experimentation requires a little bit of imagination and some creativity. And that's exactly what I've been doing, is just trying to allow myself to be creative and not really worry about the constraints of people's thoughts or the social dogmas that are tied to it. The next thing that I started messing with was this. Let's just show you that. So it's like a little bass, kind of distorted bass. Okay, so I added a little bit of something to that. So I'm using like a FabFilter Saturn, and it is the 808 Designer. And the 808 Designer is set for a clean tube, and I added like a dB or so of mid-range to it, which made it sound really gritty. And I bumped up the low end a couple of dB to give it a little bit more bump. And that's how I came up with that sound. Next thing I added was this. Okay, this is a little bit of a low end kind of information, and I didn't mean for it to be low end. Hold on, let me do something about that, because I think it kind of muddies up the mix. And let me just add a FabFilter Pro Q. Now that I'm thinking about this particular sound, let me see what it sounds like. Let's see if we can cut off some of the low end. Okay, it's like a percussion loop is what it is. Okay, and then from there, I added this sample. And I have an Echo Boy going on it, which is a classic analog delay, is what I'm using. Okay, from there I added a kick and a snare. I want to beef this up maybe just a little bit, and the way that I do that normally is I add the API Vision channel strip, and I like using the compressed radio kick. So it just makes it sound a little bit more punchy. And I like the hi-hat, the snare in there rather. It's real snappy. And then I've got some just regular plain old hi-hats in there. That's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to play hi-hats. So I've got some plain old Jane old hi-hats in there. And then I've got a vocal snip going in here. And all I did was add a manipulator to it. And I'll show you what that sounds like. Hold on.
Life started feeling so crazy. Losing my wife, my baby. Can't be broke, so painted. Ain't no joke being lazy. Everything started getting darker. Fault lines striking my nod. Too many bodies in lockers. Too many cops trying to stop us. Wanna give up, wanna end. Gotta kick rock, gotta bend it. Yesterday got unfriended. Now I gotta act all offended. Wanna kick it with my family.
Okay, so the manipulator adds like kind of a pitch, like a pitch down effect to the vocal. And then I've added a Shep's Omni-channel, which I like to use for vocals, period. And I'm using the Andrew Shep's Vocal 1 patch. And I've adjusted the compressor to make it sound a little bit more present. And I adjusted the ratio up to 6.5. And I changed the saturation to 16 straight. And that's what I'm using on the vocal. And I have an Echo Boy that I really like using the delays for reverb and not using a reverb. The reverb adds a bit of mid-range to the sound that I don't always like, but the delays give you that tail end effect that you're used to hearing that makes it gives it like the illusion of room, which is what I really like about the delays. And let's see what else I've got going in this one. Oh, I've got I've been playing with guitars for the past few weeks, and I'm using the Orange Tree Evolution Strawberry, and I'm using a distorted guitar called Wild One, and I'm using the Guitar Rig 5 and the Van Halen or the Van 51 Punky is what I'm using for the amp. Excuse me. And I've also altered it a bit by adding an unfiltered audio biome. And hold on, let me just kind of isolate this so you can hear what it's doing. So I have it playing in the hook, and it adds a little bit of grunginess to it. I also added a sausage fattener, and I added an Teletronics LA2A limit. I'm using it for limiting, so that it's not as loud in the mix. The sausage fattener is being used as a compressor with a little bit of coloration, and that's what gave me that sound. Well, I appreciate you guys spending time out with me on Sundays, just kind of tinkering around with making some experimental stuff. For those who are new to the channel, appreciate you coming by and watching. And for my my subscribers who have been with me for a while, appreciate you watching and continuing to follow me along this journey, this musical journey. And that's all I have for this week, and I'll see you next week.
Ast3rix music, it invades it. Starting so high, we know come down, we know come down, we know come down. Starting so high, we know come down, we know come down, we know come down.
Life started feeling so crazy. Losing my wife, my baby. Can't be broke, so painted. Ain't no joke being lazy. Everything started getting darker. Fault lines striking my noggin. Too many bodies in lockers. Too many cops trying to stop us.
never come down. We never come down. We never come down. Oh.